beautiful. Hi guys, I'm going to start with the 40% half dollar that you saw in the video at the beginning. And I found some silver quarters, Roosevelt dimes, and a couple Mercury dimes. My first Mercury dime was the 1920 Mercury dime. Quite a few war nickels. They're part silver. A couple of those war nickels were found here on my family property, as was the half dollar and one of the quarters, and one of the Roosevelt dimes also. Most of the coins were found doing residential permissions. This bracelet, it's very thin. No markings. This was found on the family property as well. No markings. It's amber. It actually was an earring, clip-on style earring. These two parts of either maybe a hand mirror or part of some kind of silverware. They're hollow. You can still see the dirt inside. This one actually is marked sterling on the outside. I don't know if you can see it at the top here. It's marked sterling on both sides actually. There's another little piece of it. It's real thin. I found some pennants. Sports fields, tot lots. This one was found in a front yard at a residential permission. This is a James Avery. They're all 925. The clasp part is broken off. This is a James Avery also. This one has a cubic zirconia in it. It's 925. This one is marked sterling. This one is marked 925. 925. This is not very old. I also found this earring, and there's 925 on the post. This item I found at a residential permission in a front yard, and it's pretty heavy. It actually weighs half of an ounce. It is marked 925 inside. I'm not quite sure what it is exactly. This part moves, so do these. It's a little odd shaped. I don't believe it's a ring. It seems small to be a napkin ring, but that could be what it is. Not sure, kind of neat. I actually thought this was a hose fitting when I found it because it was full of dirt. I'm glad I kept it and didn't throw it out. These are some of the chains, silver necklace. These all rang up, these three, as a foil in the 40s and jumpy. And this one's pretty thick. It's a similar chain to this one, this bracelet. This is just a part of a necklace or bracelet that links. So, silver. And this little bracelet I found at a residential permission in a lot right next to it. And it's marked sterling as well on the back. And then this piece I found, I had no idea what this was when I first dug it, and I shoved it in my bag. I thought it was trash. It was really dirty, and I'm like, what is that thing? I thought it was just packaging to something, but it's an old hand mirror. It used to have a mirror in here. Right in here, it's kind of sharp because it's missing part of it. But on the back, it actually has initials back here. MB something. And it is marked sterling. I'm glad to have found that. My friend who was hunting with me, he's like, I bet you that's silver, that's a mirror. I had no idea. I really like that piece. These are some of the rings I've found that are silver. A lot of these were found at residential permissions, sports fields. This little one is marked sterling and it's missing the stone. This was in a yard. This one here was out of school. This is the first ring that I ever found. It was silver, this turtle ring. I found it out of school in the wood chips area. And this was from a yard, a boy's ring. It looks like it had something in the front. Maybe some kind of shell. Pieces of shell or something in there, maybe. I see that some other metal detectors have found the same rings. They're fairly common. And these are sports fields, baseball field. Wasn't deep at all. The roots of the grass were pulling it down. And then this little ring was totally flat. There's no markings. It's really hard metal. It's definitely silver. And a few other items that I've found here on the family property. This brooch is missing its stones, but it's got some gold plating on it. No markings. I wish it had markings so I could look it up. You can see where the pin was attached and the plating. It's just beautiful. I bet you somebody missed that. I found this here as well. It says 18 karat green gold front. So there's the front. And the back is no plating on it at all. Really neat. I guess that's a man's belt. Buckles were a lot smaller back then. This I also found here. It's a part of a pocket watch case. It has a bird on it. It's real pretty. Plated, no markings. Real nice. Also found this cuff link that looks plated, no markings. And this says PEERLESS inside. Has a gold marking. So it says 12K RGP. I can't read it really. 190 maybe. Anyways, this was that buckle off of a watch strap. It was gold plated. A couple other items that I found elsewhere. I found this at a baseball field. It looks like a child's bracelet. It's got 2 markings. It's got a 925 marking. I don't know if you can see that there. Then it's got a 14 karat marking on the other side. So it's a gold plated over silver little bracelet, little boy's bracelet. And I also found, that was at a baseball field, and this was also at a baseball field. Some gal lost her necklace, and you can see this is kind of a bit clunky, and the chain is real thin. So the chain is actually 10 karat gold. So you could say that's my first gold I found that's not plated, is this piece of broken chain. So, and this actually has a 925 marking inside. I think when I read about it, it said gold vermeil. 925 and a CZ for cubic zirconia inside. You can see those markings in there. That's pretty. Last item I brought out to show is this ring. And boy, that was a heart stopper. When I dug that, I said, what the heck is that? Is that from a gumball machine? I just laughed right out loud when I saw that sticking out. When I dug it, this front part was what was sticking out. And I was like, oh, I just laughed. But it's actually a really neat ring. I looked it up, it's from a designer. And it inside, see if I can, it says 18K HGE, and that stands for 18 karat high grade electroplate. So yeah, plated. It's too bad. It is really a beautiful ring. I really like it a lot. It is real pretty. I mean, look at that ring. It's almost like maybe that was some gal was wearing her grandma's ring and lost it. I found this ring at a park about 3 inches down, not even too deep. Anyways, glad to have it, and it was fun to find it for sure. Thought it was my first gold ring, but not yet. That's to come. So the next part of the video is just going to be some pictures showing my Clad dollar and $half binds. And there's a few other pictures in there with a little bit of silver.